Oh boy.
Pretty sure you're the one who introduced me to the site in the first
I know,
place.
and I already forgot what the site was called.
Lord.
Can we please talk about how you wrote you're gay on the new thing? We can't even start. We can't even start because you were too busy trying you're gay.
Brain cell.
Wait, no, if you make Jodi with no brain cell, there needs to be Russ with no brain cell.
I'm doing my best. I don't know how to do this program.
I don't either. I just know we can draw together.
I love it so much.
I missed the horn. It's fine. Wait, we gotta do the blushies.
I like to do these.
Darling. I don't think that's how it goes.
It's true. I like having fun.
I don't. That's why we make a good pairing. Oh, how hard is it to say your own name?
You know the part? You haven't warned me any of the times. I just know exactly when it's gonna start.
Okay, let's try this again. Hey, I'm Russ.
And I'm Jodi.
And today, we're gonna tell you about the story of how we met. And how are we gonna do this, you may ask? Drawing it. Together.
Good luck to those of you watching this.
Yeah, that's really, you're gonna need it. Around a year ago, I decided that I wanted to expand my horizons, and I went to the Magical Animal Hangout. You can figure out for yourself what that means. And basically, I just wanted to meet some new people that were also in the same kind of, groups that I was in. That's where Jodi came in.
And then I showed up to the hangout maybe a week or so later, and I wasn't a very social person, let's put it at that. And so I was really apprehensive about the idea of talking to new people, but I figured that, whatever happens, happens, and I was willing to meet new people and make friends. I wasn't that far into asking around for friends or people to talk to when Russ came up to me and, offered to talk. I had no idea who this bear was, but I was willing to give it a shot at this point because I just wanted to make friends.
For me, if you know me, then you know that I am somebody who loves to reach my hand out to everyone and anything and everybody. It was coming from my own set of issues. And so when I saw that there was this small little rabbit in the corner just kind of like pointing at me and raising an eyebrow at me and saying they wanted to make friends, that was my jam, man. That was my jam. And that is exactly how we ended up starting talking. And just because summer was coming around and just plans, I was still in school at this point. A lot of interesting, we talked a lot about kind of just what the things that we liked to read or do or shows we were watching, and that's how that started. As well as my research papers. You really wanted my research papers. I was like, that was your whole thing for the longest time. You would not leave me alone.
It was interesting.
I still have that screenshot of you saying, "Bestie, give me your research papers."
I don't regret it.
Yeah, and I sat there. I was still writing one of them. But yeah, that's how we originally started talking. Our friendship blossomed quite quickly. We had really good chemistry, and it was always a blast to hang out. We really could not stop talking to each other. It was constantly. It was day and night. It was whenever we had time.
It was a relationship progressed very quickly, but also at the same time, gradually.
Yeah, I mean, by this point, we were still just friends. It's not like we jumped right into it. We really did. We were just friends, but we knew that we got along in almost every type of way.
Till another rabbit came. It's there.
Yeah, don't deal with it. Now, when me and Jodi were talking and we got, obviously got to know each other more, we ended up joining a similar kind of area hangout. And in that hangout, there was another type of, let's say, we'll just call them Olive the Rabbit. And oh boy, you can't be making noises before we even explain this story. You're so silly.
That's how I feel about Olive.
Yeah, Olive was definitely interesting.
Olive was a strange one.
Olive really was. Definitely the ooh girl type.
Oh yeah, we got that from the get-go, especially in voice calls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think it was the first day they joined, because we were calling that night, and they joined right off the bat after that. And they took a fancy to me quite quickly.
Which was not ideal for me.
And you want to know? You want to tell them why it wasn't ideal?
It couldn't have been that bad if we were becoming friends.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. You say whatever, but we had a lot of growing chemistry, and we knew this. I
don't know what you're talking about.
We weren't dating yet, but we knew that we had the chemistry to start something like that if we felt like it was right for us. And so at this point, we were kind of like getting there, thinking about it, possibly in our own little corners. And then at one point, Olive came over and started flirting with Russ. I was not happy about that.
The worst part about this, all of this, is that if you know me, I am a very oblivious blue bear. I did not know that Jodi felt this way towards me, so I didn't know what it meant when people liked me. I didn't understand. It was not a concept that I was good at.
To be fair, I wasn't an easy person to understand. We got along, but also I was a wild cannon.
You were.
Let's put it at that.
Yeah, but I was your fuse. You know I'm gonna be cheesy. I've been like that since the day we met.
True.
We can't have chemistry while we're trying to make the video. We keep stopping the talk.
It shows that we had chemistry since the beginning.
Oh yeah. By a milestone. I mean, when we first started talking, I immediately knew I had never felt this strongly with somebody to begin with. I didn't even know what I really didn't. I was like, man, I'm so weird lately, haha. I'm not like the other Russes. I'm not like the other bears. It was this kind of thing of like, back then too, I would do anything to support people even if they were new to me. I'm still kind of like that, but not as much. And Olive was like, hey, I go into this like rabbit mode where all I can do is talk and communicate through bunny gifs. And so in my DMs, they would send stuff and like talk about how they were really like traumatized. And of course, I'm never gonna leave somebody in a vulnerable state. I never try to. I do want to take care of people as best as I can. And so I used to stay in the voice chat. I would like leave it on my computer and go do something else or whatever and just stay in the public voice chat. And they ended up getting attached really quickly. It had only been like 2 days. I kid you not. It was not long that they were there.
You thought I was bad.
Yes. Oh, it takes years for me to get attached to someone. It was like, what, 3 weeks?
You will never let that text go.
No, I will never let that text go. I have it saved. It's in my favorites. When I want to be petty, if I'm gonna be petty, that's exactly where I go.
Every time I'm mean, she sends me that one.
True.
Bullies me into silence.
I do not.
I don't think you could if you tried.
No, that's my problem. Long story short, this all led to usually these 3 calls, even for this short time. And Olive had gotten this idea to DM me a lot more often than not, and privately, and and kind of send things, and it was a weird situation. And I remember them asking if I could voice chat, which obviously I could, and I think at that point we were already in the voice chat. I think we were in the voice chat, or maybe we joined at the same time. I don't remember.
I don't think it was a private one.
No, I think we were already in there. I said I was already in there, and basically by this point there was some almost like flirting, but kind of just very like shy, notice me, to the point where it definitely was it became that kind of thing of where they were trying to impose romantic attraction or romantic feelings, or more of a romantic interaction to me. And remember, by this point, even though me and Jodi weren't together, we most certainly were not. We had our own thing going on. We were very close, and we were trying to figure ourselves out and what we were doing.
weren't together, but we were feeling our feelings. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So by this point, again, when Jodi first met me, I'm a very, very serious bear TM. I did not understand that sarcasm and joking exists. So I sat there, like, what does this mean? Then Jodi picked up on this energy and didn't like it. Not one bit.
No, I did not. I did not like Olive one bit. Since the beginning, they always seemed kind of weird to me. Very, like you said, pick me. And then when the the fateful call happened, I think we were already in there talking. But however it happened, I happened to be there, thankfully. And I don't remember how we got to this topic, but we got to the topic of dating. I don't remember how, but we did. I'm not quite sure what happened. All I remember is that Olive was flirting, and my jealous self did not enjoy that. Man, I did not plan for what was going to happen that night, but I asked Russ out on the spot.
Yeah.
Is what I did.
Yeah, point blank.
Is what I did.
By this point, I want to make it very, 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 very clear. I did not reciprocate any of those attractions or feelings to this other bunny. I did not care for it. I was already struggling with any implication of anything. And so I kind of just sat there, like, frozen. If you can imagine me with my shoulders all the way up and on my, like, to my side, I was very uncomfortable. And it wasn't like that kind of thing of like, oh, you know, it was harassment, but it was like that kind of thing of just, you know, I just
Weird vibes.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was weird. I didn't want to, you know, obviously offend them or make them feel bad about it, but you know, I wasn't even looking for a relationship to begin with. I knew that at this point, I had liked Jodi, but I also didn't know if like it was a smart thing to just jump in, so I didn't really touch base on anything. And so I can tell you the shock I felt when all I hear is, "Will you go out with me, Russ? Do you want to become my girlfriend, Russ?" Oh my!
I took care of the overthinking for you.
But even then, I didn't even give you an answer in that call. I said that I had to go, and we called and prayed. I've never asked anybody out. I've always been asked out, and genuinely, this is gonna sound really bad. People I have dated previously, I dated because others wanted me to. You know, it was never like right off the bat. It was more of a, well, I might as well. Which is really bad. Don't please,
really bad.
One relationship advice from Russie over here. Do not date people because they want you to. Don't do that. Bad idea. You will get hurt. Don't do it. But I already knew that I liked Jodi. I already knew that even if I was scared, I wanted this with them. But they had always asked people out. I always was asked out. So I asked them. And word for word, I said, "Jodi, will you go out with me?"
And I said I will.
And that is how we started dating. Actually, yesterday, by the time that we're recording this, was our 10-month. We're gonna be together for a year in June.
Was.
I know, crazy.
Whew.
Lo and behold, while we were doing our little happy dances, this was new, and we finally gave in. We gave up on trying to hide it, and we did end up starting dating. Somebody was not very happy about that. Even if it was in private where I asked Jodi out, somebody got word of this. And oh boy, the things that they did. To be continued. To be continued. Part 2 will happen if you guys like this video, and if you want to see the rest of the story, we are more than happy to record it for you. Let us know how you liked it or if you enjoyed it, and as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you. And
Sorry, Olive.
you say... Did you just say sorry, Olive? You know you're not sorry. You know.
I did.
You're such a dork. You're such a dork. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me and Jodi. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Bye.